Today, the Kidderminster Carolians Ladies team travelled away to Burton in a hotly fought contest that produced not one, not two, but 3 yellow cards in total. Kidderminster are still on the hunt for the second win of the season in NC2 West, the 5th tier of women's rugby in England, and face a Burton team that's prior experience in leagues above. It was a true test of grit and determination, with blustery wins, amazing runs, big hits, and even a controversial decision to top it off. Donning our snazzy new away kit for the first ever time, can Kidderminster win their final game of 2025? Grab a cuppa, sit down, and keep watching to find out. So without further ado, let's have a look at your team to face Burton today. In the forwards, Tori moves into the front row alongside Maddie, who starts at hooker. Tina moves into the second row alongside Katie, with Aya dropping to the back row alongside Squig and Lottie. For the backs, Jess and Frenchie are halfback pairings. Gemma moves into outside centre in the absence of Emma Farmer, with the Morgan sisters, Kit and Flo, being 2/3 of the back three, with Lydia joining us yet again from Luctonians. And we have 5 forwards to make up our bench today, with Jazz, Sarah and Amelia, all regulars within the Kidderminster squad, and a debut for the twins, Rachel and Sally. They're going to make such an impact off the bench today. So here we go, it's the game of first and last for Kiddie in 2025. It's our first game on a brand new away kit, proudly sponsored by React Energy, and it's the last game of the 2025 year. So hopefully we're going to come out with this one with a bang, with a win. The ball starts coming out to Frenchie, knocks it on, but wasn't given by the referee. And Kit now comes barreling down the wing, about 3 minutes into the game here. Couple people on the outside of her, Lydia in support, and just going to get tackled up here. A quick offload to Lydia, but Lydia can't react quite quick enough. So line out from Burton doesn't go straight, so Squiggy now has the ball off the back of a scrum, comes barreling down the touchline, and is able to go over the try line for the first points of the game about 4 minutes in. Frenchie is not able to convert, so get the restart from Burton, and they is able to collect that and just take it into contact, just to try and set up a attacking base here within the Kiddie half. The ball comes out to Lottie. Lottie passes it off to Frenchie, gives it back to Lottie. Some fantastic interplay between the two players here. Comes out to Jem, gives it to Kit. Is able just to fend off one of the defenders from Burton. Comes again barreling down the other touchline just as she does from the fullback position, and with nobody really around her, is able to really get into the half and is able to get over the try line for Kiddie's second try in a number of minutes. Fantastic solo effort by Kit, and French is able to add the extra couple of points. So Squiggy now with a fantastic line break through the Burton defence. Again, this is probably about 10 minutes in or so. It's been pretty much all Kiddie this half. There's been a few errors by Kiddie, admittedly. Usually a few bits in the scrums. Burton scrums in this half were really solid. But Flo's got the ball now, getting down the other touchline, and just gets tackled before getting a face full of knee. But deemed high tackle. Bit further in the game, bit further in now. So Burton gets a turnover from a not straight push by Kiddie. Ball comes out. Frenchie's able to make the tackle. And Burton now really just starting to get back into the game. I think the first 10 minutes may have been a bit of a shock, but they were starting to get a bit more comfortable within the game now, really putting together some fantastic, simple plays. The Kiddie's defence is a bit too strong, so they beat the ball, and Kit's just able to get back there to collect and dot the ball down, which is good, put us enough to that. So Kiddie making a ring of changes now. So we've got the debut of the twins coming on for Tori and for Tina. And Jazz is also on for Katie. But Burton have the scrum here, and their inside centre is able to get over the line using some really good strength there, and they're able to add on the extra 2 points as well. So Burton not out of this by any means, and they just kept coming, really putting together some solid phases of play. Huge hit here by one of the twins, and Kiddie were just doing whatever we could do to try and defend. Jazz putting in a decent tackle there just to try and drag them down, but we give the penalty away. Again, another tackle coming in here by George, another one coming in here by Lydia, and Squiggy going over the top as Squiggy does. So not rolling away given by the referee. Kick for the line now, and the Burton get the line out. So Moore starts setting up. Ball comes out to the fly half. Pass doesn't quite go right, but Gemma's able to snatch up on the ball and is able to put in a fantastic effort. She runs pretty much the length of the pitch with no one around her and is able to dot the ball down behind the post. Fantastic solo effort by Jem. And Frenchie's able to add on the extra 2 points as well from a nice easy position. So restart comes and Maddie's able to collect the ball, takes it into contact but is unfortunately a bit isolated. So Burton are able to get over that and are able to get the penalty for, well, they actually were to turn it over, no penalty given rather. And so they start building up in phase of attack, but Jazz is pinged for coming at the side and then doesn't retreat. So this referee sees that's a bit cynical, and referee seems that because of a few tackles coming from Kiddie, gives Jazz their first card, which is a bit unfortunate considering it's only Jazz's 5th or 6th game that they've ever played. But I can understand where the referee's coming from in giving it. So it's a bit unfortunate, but there we go. But ball comes out to Frenchie. Frenchie's able to get the ball out to Tina. The ball doesn't quite come to Flo. And Flo's judged here to have gone in with a shoulder charge off the ball. Burton's able to get the ball at the pitch. And our scrum doesn't quite go right within our own 5-metre line. We're back up to full complement of 15 here. We get an advantage for a knock-on. Tori's able to run the ball out, able to make a good few metres here, which is great just to clear the line. And then Frenchie gets the ball and makes a nice little try and break through the line, just to take up a couple of more defenders, which we're able to, again, just get over that, which is great. And then this is judged to have gone a bit forward by the Kirkham sisters, which, okay, that's the referee's call. Frenchie puts boot to ball, just trying to clear the line and release some of the pressure. And Liddy's come barreling down here, quick chip through just to try and kick the ball on. And then here the Burton defender actually knocks Liddy off the ball, but the referee thought, well, deems it had to have gone knocked on and knocked forward. So I'm not quite sure about that one. But Squiggy's here over the ball, dive zone over the top. And Squiggy, full of her antics in the rocks, is sent to the bin as well. So Kiddie back down to 14, and that was the last action of the half. So Kiddie starts the second half with 14, and we've just got Kiddie with the ball, really just trying to do whatever we can do to try and just make some ground. It's the twins here doing some fantastic work just off the ball. But Burton have the ball back, and again they've got into the Kiddie half. And they put together some really good phases of play, some quick offloads out of contact. They put in some pretty decent hits just to try and break the gain line. The 10 here is able just to take the ball in. Great hit by George just to try and take them down. A great pick up here by the inside centre. I thought that would have been a knock-on. And they just kept coming and they just kept coming and they just kept putting us under pressure for a solid about 2 minutes, I would have thought. Within the RO22, so anything can happen, and any wrong move is essentially a card at this point. Because that's the way how the game's kind of been going. But we get a penalty against us because of a shoulder charge, and the 9 quickly takes it. We're able to stop her before the line. But we get Burton have the scrum rather, and the 12 makes some fantastic meters here. Great tackle by Flo just to soak it all up, and but the 9 picks it up and is able to evade 3 or 4 defenders, and then quickly offloads it to the 10, and the 10's able to barrel over from close range. It's a fantastic try. The 9 did so much work there, and the points were well deserved. But Kiddie now back up to full 15, and Squiggy's looking to make an impact, make a good impact off the bench after coming back on. So ball comes out, one of the twins just soaking up some of the pressure by the Burton defence. Jess with a fantastic quick just pick and go, able to make a few extra meters here. Again, we set it up, Squiggy with the ball, just trying to get in over from close range. Now we're only 5 meters out, so we're doing whatever we can do. We get a penalty for not rolling away. And Frenchie just tries to get over the line, but she's just short. So unfortunate there, but Maddie's got the ball and she goes over and she actually dots the ball down here. She's actually got the ball down, but the referee's a bit slow in getting round, and unfortunately it's actually deemed to be held up. So a big gutting there, a bit controversial for me, but that's just the grassroots game for you. But A has got the ball now from the goal line drop out, and we're able just to soak up the ball, just to get the ball in. Ball comes out all the way out to Jem, and Jem, being the Jem that she is, is able to get over in the corner for a try. A bit of a switch change here because Jess has just got a bit of a niggle, so Gemma's gone to scrum half and Tina's moved into the centres. But Tina's been making some really good ground here. Again, we're just soaking up the pressure, soaking up the ball. Ball comes out to Squig. Squig making another fantastic run just to see how far we can get. And some fantastic ruck work being done by the team. And Kit makes a quick offload to George, and George jots down for her try of the game. Really well worked team try. But again, Burton just come back at us, really working hard, really putting in some huge efforts just to try and get themselves to another try. They're a fantastic team and they've played really well so far. The scoreline doesn't really do them justice. It was just unfortunate that maybe some of the passes went awry or some of the decisions didn't quite go their way. But they put together some fantastic phases of play. And some of it was just the simple stuff, but that's all you need sometimes in the game, is just to do the simple stuff right. But they have the line out here, trying to get over from close range. Squiggy putting in a fantastic tackle just to try and stop them. Then one of the twins making another fantastic tackle, but they've got the penalty advantage here. And they just keep coming. They want to spread the ball out wide a little bit just to try and spread the Kidderminster defence. And it just keeps coming. The 12 trying to make an effort, but Lydia and Kit, the two top try scorers of NC3 last season, making a double tackle. But Kitty gets the penalty, or the scrum penalty rather, for a knock-on from the scrum earlier on. But Burton come again a bit later on in the game now. Again, just doing whatever they can do, really coming at Kitty. And they had a fair amount of the ball in the second half, to their credit. And again, they're just doing some really wonderful things with it. Either the fantastic plays, the simple plays. It's just the stuff which needs to be done. And they seem to be a lovely team as well. A huge hit coming in here by George. More hits coming in by Maddie and by Lottie. And Kitty just doing everything which you can do just to try and prevent that attack by Burton. But Emma is able to get a turnover. He was able just to kick it away, just to get the ball down the field a little bit, just to release some of that pressure. But Burton able to retrieve it. And again, they just come right back at us. It's just one of those where we do whatever we can do. And Burton just keep coming and just do whatever they can to just try and tire us out. But Kitty now with the ball comes out to George. George offloads it to Lydia. And Lydia with some fantastic footwork just to try and make some space, sets up the ruck, comes out to Lottie, comes out to Rach, and Rachel's able just to soak up some of that defence pressure up. So Gemma passes it out to Frenchie, passes out to Maddie, out to Tina. Flo's just not quite able to take it, so she gets soaked up. But Maddie takes it in, really trying to make any as many metres as possible. Probably a bit of a forward pass there to Tina, but the referee doesn't see it. So again, we just set the ruck up just to get going. Squiggy able to make up some pretty decent meters here. She should probably be running forward, but is able to run into the space. And pass the ball out to George. George able just to take into contact, which we get a penalty advantage for. Squiggy then taking it in. Really just trying to put as much, put Burton onto as much pressure as we can do, but get the better ball out to Lydia. And Lydia's able to get over for her first try in Kiddie colours. Again, she's on loan from Luctonians, but she's been absolutely fantastic in every game that we've ever watched her play in. And then Burton again with the ball down the Kidderminster end of the pitch. Fantastic double effort coming in from Lydia here. And Burton really just doing anything they can do to get towards the Kidderminster line. They're getting dark now. It's been blustery all day, and it's been quite an effort by both teams. But Kidderminster is able to take up the defence. Squiggy's got the ball, is going to charge down the line, but she gets absolutely clotheslined by the outside centre. And the outside centre gets sent to the bin for Burton's first yellow card of the game. That's the second time that Squiggy's been high tackled so far, which in the leagues this season. But Kidderminster with the line out, Frenchie just clearing it, getting it downfield. Let's just try and keep hold of the lead as much as possible in the latter stages of the game. Burton again coming back at us. This player with no number on the back was a really slippery, really good runner with the ball. Soaked up a lot of pressure, but Squiggy gets another turnover here. And again, we just go in, we just set it up as we can do. Ball comes out to Tori, ball comes out to Lottie, out to Tina. Again, making so many meters. Tina's such a hard, powerful runner. Just able to make loads of meters there. Ball comes to Tori. Probably a bit of a forearm there, but referee didn't see it. But Burton able to turn the ball over and come straight back at us, making meters. Squiggy with another tackle, which Maddie's unable to try and get the jackal on, which is slightly unfortunate. But again, they come down the wing. Flo making a fantastic tackle to stop that, but it was deemed a late tackle by Maddie. So Lottie's able to secure the line out from the Burton penalty. Comes out to Tina. Tina to Katie, is able to get the ball and is able to evade some of the tackles, make some fantastic line down the wing. That's my wife. And offloads it to Lydia. Lydia, fantastic handoff to try and make some space. But the clock's gone red. Squiggy sees this and just boots the ball out of play. So, and that brings the end to the game, and what an exhilarating game it really was. So, thank you very much to Burton for a fantastic game. It was very hard, very tough, but I thought it brought out some of the best things in women's rugby overall. I think Burton as a team were fantastic. They were lovely people off the pitch. They seemed like a really decent team on the pitch as well. They put together some fantastic plays. They put together some fantastic tries. That second try by the 9 and by the 10, just absolutely wonderful. So full credit to them. I think that as a team, we played really well. It was one of our stronger performances of the season, and I think going a couple of tries to the good within the first few minutes definitely helped kind of set the tempo. But Burton definitely provided a good test for us. So as the last game of the of 2025, it's pretty good. We end up in the season in 5th place in the league, so that's quite good mid-table for us. We're quite happy with that. We know that those above us are all really good. Haven't played them all so far. And our next game of the season is on the 11th of January against Telford. And that's at home as things stand, weather permitting, because it's January. But we would love to see you there. And if you could please drop a like and subscribe just to show your support, that'd be much appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much.